Again, welcome to the Brahma Library, the live reading sessions, and we are discussing the second chapter of Think and Grow Rich, Desire, the starting point of all achievements. In the last session, we discussed about the 6 practical steps, and I am given in details about the 6 practical steps that will help you to convert your desire for riches into financial equivalent. So, I think you got all the 6 points and you have started that. If you are not listened to that, go back to that videos and listen to the chapter number 2, the first step towards riches. And today we are continuing that chapter number 2. In that I am going to tell you that is we implemented or we practically done that 6 steps how we can practically we can do it in our life that we discussed yesterday. And see yourself, that is how you can set a goal, how you can be clear about your financial equivalent, how you can say that how much money or how much financial equivalent that you needed, and exact date and what you will give to return for that money, and establish a definite date and create a plan for to achieve that, and write a clear concise statement of that amount and all the things that we are discussed, the first, second and third, fourth points that come together, and read this statement twice daily that we discussed. So in this chapter continuation, the author is telling that see yourself in possession of money. Here is where a burning desire will come to your aid. So that he is telling. So every time that you are reading that concise statement, you should feel and you should emotionally connect with that possession of money. How much amount or how much financial stability that you want in a specific date. So only those who become money conscious ever accumulate great riches. That the author is telling. And he is telling that one must realize that all who have accumulated great fortunes first did a certain amount of dreaming, hoping, wishing, desiring and planning before acquiring the money. So you need to be first what you want to do, that is dreaming about it. You should have that hope, you should have the wish and desire, and you need to plan for that. That is the 6 practical steps are telling. And he is telling that, the author is telling that if you do not see the great riches in your imagination, you will never see them in your bank balance. So how much times that you are reading that statement, that much time you should imagine that the money is in your bank balance or that is come to you. So author is telling if you do not see great riches in your imaginations, you will never see them in your bank balance. So be clear about that money equivalent, clear about the date, clear about what you will give return, and always imagining about it. And the next page, the author is telling that success requires no apologies and failure permits no alibis. So he is telling if the thing you wish to do is right and you believe in it, go ahead and do it. Put your dream across and never mind what they say. If you meet with temporary defeat, perhaps you do not know that. So every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. So every time you are feeling failure, that will give you some lessons, or you can change the failure consciousness into success consciousness that will help you to achieve more and more success. So the success requires no apologies, that the author is telling, and failure permits no alibis, no excuses are there. But every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. So every time that you are feeling failure, that is a seed of success. And The author is telling the practical dreamers do not quit. So it's a very great statement that I can feel that practical dreamers, they do not quit. And he's telling the world is filled with an abundance of opportunity, with the dreamers of the past never ever. A burning desire to be and to do is a starting point from which the dreamers must take off. And dreamers do not born of indifferences, laziness, or lack of ambition. So you should have that burning desire. You should have that confidence and courage to face all the things. So you will filled with, the world is full of abundance, and he is telling that the opportunities. So that we discussed the chapter number 1 also, how much opportunities came to Bernays to reach that his strong desire, burning desire to become true. So that the author is telling. And the next page he is telling about the turning point in the lives of those who succeed usually comes at the moment of some crisis through which they are introduced to their other selves. So the turning point in lives of those who succeeded. So whoever succeeded, they came to a turning point of crisis. From there they are getting themselves and they know about how to overcome that, and they will be established. So that the author is telling the turning point in the lives of those who succeed usually comes at the moment of some crisis through which they are introduced to their other selves. And on the next page, it's very important. Before passing to the next chapter, the author is telling that before passing to the next chapter, kindle anew in your mind the fire of hope, faith, courage, and tolerance. If you have these states of mind and a working knowledge of the principles described, all else that you need will come to you when you are ready for it. So everything will come to you when you are ready for it. And you should have that hope, faith, courage, and tolerance. And he is telling that there is a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. So if you are written down that how much financial equivalent that you want, in which time period, and what you want to give back, all the statements that you are written, or be ready for that to practically applying that principles or the steps. You should believe yourself, that is, I can acquire it. If you are not believing, then it will not come true. So you read every day, that time you should be imagine that you can do that and you can achieve that. And the author is telling that the state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish. It's not a hope, maybe it will happen, maybe I can do it. There is no maybe, there is no impossible, only do it and is possible. I can do it. And the author is telling very important line, that is, open-mindedness is essential for belief. Closed minds do not inspire faith, courage, and belief. So I think it's a very strong statement that everybody should want to understand who they want to be succeed, or they want to be financially equivalent, means financially stable in their life. They want to know about that open-mindedness is essential for belief. Closed mind do not inspire faith, courage, and belief. So be a open-minded person, accept the things, be ready to face the crisis or something happening, failures always will come and we face it and we will move forward, then only we can succeed in our life. So the second chapter, desire, the starting point of all achievements, will be continue on the next session, because it's a little bit long chapter, but it will give you a more transformation. And I hope everybody who is listening this, following the practical steps, the 6 practical steps, and every day, twice daily, you are reading that statement and you are imagining that, and you will become succeed. I wish you all the best, and I wish you can imagine more and more to possess that much of financial equivalent. And the second chapter, desire, to be continued. We'll see you on the next reading session. Read with me and learn with me.